When I was younger, I had the honor and the pleasure of meeting Shirley Chisholm. I was in elementary school. Yes, it was a very long time ago, but let me tell you how amazing she was and how captivated I was with her speech. Of course, all of us being children, in the beginning, we wasn't really into her speaking, and she was telling us her story and stuff. However, at a certain point, she started talking about her personal life. And everybody started listening. And of course, I did too. And so she was saying how when she was a little girl, she told the adults in her life that she was going to go to Congress, that she was going to go to college. She had all these big dreams, all these big goals that she said she was going to do. And she told us that the adults in her life that she was talking to kept telling her, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. They gave her a long list of stuff and reasons why she couldn't. And, stuff like she was a woman and that she wasn't, rich enough, or she wasn't pretty enough. And just list on and on and on about why she would not make it in Congress. And she said she started crying. Now, when she said she started crying, everybody in the auditorium got quiet because, of course, when somebody said they were crying, everybody's looking to see what's happening. So she said, I was crying not for myself, but I was crying for them. And my mind was blown as a little girl. It was like she was crying for the adults. She said, yes, I was crying for them because at that moment, I realized that they could not see beyond their circumstances. And at that moment, I realized that as I grow, if they didn't change their mindset, that I was going to have to operate in a world without them because they could not go where I'm going. So I'm bringing this story up to you because I need to ask you something. Who do you got in your life that just can't see where you're going? Who do you got in your life got a whole bunch of reasons why you can't do this, you can't do that, you're not good enough for this, you're not good enough for that, education, looks, whatever the case may be. Who do you have in your life that's giving you that Shirley Chisholm moment? Now, you don't have to cry for them, but you do have to pay attention to who they are, and you do have to understand that it might come a day that you are not going to be able to take them where you're going. You're not going to be able to have them into your personal life and your personal business because where you're going, if they can't see it and they don't believe it, they're just going to hinder you. They're just going to be a weight on you. They're just going to be in your way. And it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing that you recognize it and you act accordingly because at some point, maybe you can bring them up. Maybe sometimes people have to see you do it before they can really believe it could be done. So we don't know what the case may be, but what we do know is when you see and when you know that you have somewhere you're going and you head in that direction, and if people are around you that's giving you all the reasons why you can't, those are not the people you need to be in your circle right now. Those are not the people you need to bring around you right now, because right now you have to get deep into what you're doing. She ended her speech, Shirley Chisholm. She ended her speech with this. It's not what people say to you, it's what you say to yourself. What you say in your mind, what you say in your heart about yourself, that's what's going to determine whether you're going to do it or not. She said no matter what they said to her, she told herself, yes, I am going to college. Yes, I am going to be in Congress. Yes, I am going to fulfill my goals. Even as a little girl, she did this. So you are the one that's going to determine whether you go or not. You are the one that's going to determine whether it's going to be a reality or not. What are you saying to you? Forget what other people are saying. What are you saying to you? What do you believe about you? That is going to be your real reality. All right? So this is Evangeline Hightower, also known as the Red Phoenix.